After lakes were drained at a British palace, it revealed an astonishing network of secret rooms. Blenheim Palace in Oxfordshire, England, is the birthplace of British Prime Minister Winston Churchill in 1874. It was the palace of his father, Lord Randolph Churchill, who first coined the finest view in England phrase. The palace was gifted to him as a reward for his role in winning the Battle of Blenheim against the French in 1704 during the War of the Spanish Succession, and he lived in it with Duchess of Marlborough. In October 2018, when responsibles decided to restore the Grand Bridge, which forms part of the monumental Blenheim Palace, in order to revive what was long known as the finest view in England, they revealed a treasure trove of surprises lurking beneath as experts started working on the project of $15 million to fix the 18th century structure. The Grand Bridge, or also known as the Vanberg Bridge, was designed by the architect John Vanberg in 1708. His plan aimed to develop a habitable viaduct on the grounds of Blenheim. However, the Duchess of Marlborough was not enthusiastic for the project. She found it too expensive and little pretentious, so the project finished in 1710. Vanberg was banned from Blenheim, yet his ideas still stands as a testament. In 1768, some changes was happened on the Grand Bridge by the architect Lancelot Capability Brown's project, which flooded its inside as part of the Gardiner and brought a 160-acre set of lakes to the grounds. And from that time, the inside of the bridge has not been exposed. The lakes then became known as the Great Lake and the Queen Pool. They presented a threat to the bridge when they had been drying out, due to the buildup of silt, because water keeps it stable, and if it disappeared completely, the bridge is going to be rickety. Engineers tried to fix it by dredging nearly 400,000 tons of silt from the lake beds in order to get back water to the drying lakes and restore them to the same depth they had when they were first created back in the 18th century. So they began working to solve the problem. First, they started reducing the water's level by installing a mix of dams, groundwater wells, and siphons. That helped them to lower it to 6.5 feet. Now they're able to examine the basis of the Grand Bridge and see what will happen if they are not supported by water. The engineers discovered something interesting about the bridges, something that was a secret for years. When John Vanberg built the bridge in 1708, he erected 30 rooms inside. It seems as if humans lived there. Vanberg was aiming to create the aforementioned habitable viaduct. No one could see it before because it was flooded with water for the last 60 years, when Capability Brown made his project on it. Engineers drained the lakes from all the water. They were able to have a closer look using 3D survey. It was something incredible. They discovered the weird remains of chimneys and fireplaces, stairways, and cooking ranges, as well as windowless chambers that they assumed it could be a theater. Researchers also saw graffiti on the walls that referred to 1760s, and original plasterwork had survived in places. This showed that humans never change. When going inside the rooms, they found long sunken boats from the 1950s and the remains of an old canal system. In 1987, the Blenheim Palace gained the UNESCO accolade for World Heritage Site. The estate are doing their best to restore and preserve the glory of this incredible heritage site, and dredging the lakes is the beginning of the project of maintaining the Blenheim. The dredging of Queen's Pool and the repairs to the Grand Bridge are not only our greatest challenge to date, but also mark some of the most ambitious stonework and dredging projects ever attempted in the UK. Roy Cox, head of estates at Blenheim, told the local newspaper, the Oxford Mail, the scale of the task ahead. The project is not an easy task. It's going to take time. As what was planned, the task started with working on the lakes, which is going to be done in 5 months, and the dredging as a whole is supposed to exceed 2 years. The project will cost millions of pounds. Although the pre-planning of the project assumed that it's going to be 4 years in length, they found after the beginning of the works, the Blenheim's overall management plan will continue over the next decade. Blenheim Palace is one of the world's most important ancient oak forests, and there are plans after finishing the initial works for preserving High Park and the ancient area of woodlands that is part of the Blenheim Palace estate, and improve public transport in order to attract more visitors, which will help pay for the restoration works with their funds. The Blenheim's project received donations to help in the success of this vital work. Money was awarded from gift aid, public and larger corporations, and development of land owned by the estate can be used to raise more funds. This fundraising activity's target is bring more money for the project. The finding of the most incredible heritages in England that has been hidden for years was a great inspiration for excitement. The works on the Blenheim Palace may reveal other discoveries,